our bath there, and I was like, styled by Ferrari, ruined by Maxton.
Is Ferrari a part of the Abarth team?
Yeah, they do all the styling for them and the engines.
They don't build the engines though, they probably
tune
just tune them. Yeah. Is that why they're all shit and fucking
Yeah. Nah, I like Abarths. Abarths are cool.
bad strategy? Ferrari.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Elliot,
I'm Cal.
and welcome to Shitbox. Today we have a shitbox.
Yeah, this is our friend Dan's.
This isn't my
This
MX-5.
is
Mine's
Dan's MX-5.
coming.
Yours has got no battery.
At the moment, no. But I did own one in this colour, and I am partial to this colour.
Dan, come turn it on. Yeah, come turn it on real quick. Yeah. When I go to the back and put it next to the exhaust.
Oh yeah, you can do that.
I'll do that. Yeah, so this week we're going to talk about. You've got some F1 stuff to talk about.
A little bit, yeah.
I want to talk about some of the stuff that's going on in the car community at the minute because it's absolutely hilarious. And give it a rev. Give it a
You
rev.
need the new start again.
So loud.
Malin back box. For 200 quid, you can piss off your neighbours with a Malin back box. That's how much they are, aren't they? 200 quid?
70 quid from Sam Morley.
70 quid.
Or 70 quid second hand. Your local scrapyard will probably have them.
Depends how well, talking about local scrapyards, we got your 10 coilovers from our local scrapyard.
I got a Malin back box and sold it for that one. Because I already had one. Yeah, they're a bit the Asbo.
Yeah, they're the Asbo black boxes. Back boxes.
So yeah, I am partial to this colour because I owned one in this colour and I turned it into Coke cans. So yeah.
Clip here of Elliot crashing. You have to send me that.
I don't. There's still an. I won't send you the video of the crash because it's still in court.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
I've got my solicitors getting me some personal injuries, so it's not like I'm in trouble. I was, but obviously we were both hurt in it, and I haven't got permission to share that video of him being hurt.
You send me the photos.
I'll send you the photos.
Yeah, send me the photos. So yeah, no history segment this week.
No,
because this was a bit of a last minute shit. We need to film a podcast because you're going away.
You're going away.
I'm going away.
And it's yeah. But we've got some exciting things coming up.
Yeah.
We're going to do some solo videos, aren't we?
Yeah, so I'm filming one. So you're away.
We won't talk about the concept of the videos.
No, but you're away next week and I'm away the week after. So while I'm away, I'm filming videos. That's taking me to 2 different countries.
I think me and Dan are filming one while you're away.
Are we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Next Saturday while I'm
and they're going to be we're going to go for a different approach. So we're moving away from just the podcast, aren't we? We want to start getting into more.
Yours is more of a.
I mean, we've been under this fucking salt and rust about 10 times, haven't we?
Yeah.
It's like fucking crisp under there. It's just fucking crumbles away.
I remember. He's going to have to send me the photos of the chicken wire. What are you already sending him?
The rust under this is like, do you know when the cheese falls off the pizza in the oven and sits at the bottom and gets all burnt and horrible?
That's exactly what it looks like.
And you touch it and it just crumbles away. Yeah.
Stop messing with his car. So what do you want to start with? Do you want to start with F1?
Yeah, so...
Do you want to start with TikTok, car
we can do
community?
That. We can do that.
So there's been a few things go on.
You'll have to explain some... what.
So there was a lad. I'll start with the first one. There was a lad called that had a TikTok page. Used to go by Cal VRS. Then went by, was it Cal CAL?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Can I just have a Google so we know who we're talking about?
Yeah. You go for it, mate. I'll explain the story while you're Googling him. He was caught. So he was what, 22? He was 22? Was he 19 or 22?
Your age?
Yeah, it's about, well, your age.
My age, yeah.
I'm like 6 years older than you are.
23.
Is that him? I just name dropped someone who's not him.
Cal.VRS.
Did he have a yellow VRS?
He had a Fabia.
Yeah, Fabia. Oh no, that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he was caught talking to a 16-year-old.
Oh.
Yeah, so there was a Discord group chat or something that this 16-year-old girl went into. He then ended up private messaging her, and he was, both of them are trying to say that there's nothing nefarious going on there. However, there are messages of the pair of them referring to him having a big ding dong
Turbo.
penis.
Okay. I was keeping it child
Yeah.
friendly.
He ended up catching loads of shit for it, which is understandable. She's a minor.
I mean, it's odd that he's in a Fabia.
Yeah, I would have expected him to be in a Corsa.
No, it's the Fiestas now, isn't it?
Oh, is it the Fiestas now? So yeah, there was that. He's now deleted his TikTok page. He put out a statement saying, nothing nefarious happened, and one of the excuses was, but 16's the legal age of consent in the UK. Still doesn't make it okay. It's still wrong.
When you've got a... Oh my God.
It's still noncy.
Weird.
But yeah, and then the second one from the car community this week is...
Sorry, just back on nonsense in the car community. There is a lot, isn't there? I feel like this happens way too often.
It probably does.
We all knew someone when we were kids whose boyfriend used to pick them up from school
in a modified car.
And it kind of makes me think I'm in the wrong community at this point.
Right, and the second one from the car community this week was there was this girl, I can't remember for the life of me her username.
Do you want me to
find it? Yeah.
So find it.
She has posted a TikTok where she walks up to her car. She got a Clio, pulls her knickers from under her dress, and then starts polishing the emblem of her car with her dirty knickers.
Crazy. That's just made me think of another TikTok.
There's been so many Clio owners going, right, I need to sell my car now.
I mean, maybe she wasn't trying to get the stain off the car. Maybe she was trying to get the stain off the knickers and use the car to wipe it off. But do you know that's just reminded me of?
I think she's put it up going, oh yeah, this will get loads of views off the lads this, and even the lads are going, nah, that's dirty.
There was a video going around from the Monaco Grand Prix of a girl in a grandstand doing the exact same thing, taking her knickers off and tying her hair up with them. And I'll find it for you and send it to you because it's crazy.
Yeah, it's just like...
Brother, imagine if I did that with my boxers.
It literally is. Like... And there are loads of girls in the car community, some of which I know. Yep. But that one quite clearly is I've got a nice car for clickbait.
Are you still on about the Clio?
Yeah.
It's Katie Lou.
Katie Lou?
Katie Lou.
You're a
Katie
sket. Right, enough of that. Let's get back on professional and stop talking about kiddie fiddlers, dirty bitches with skid stains in the knickers, nonsense.
Do we want to talk about Rob Exclusive quickly before we move on?
Yeah, there was a video got put on.
He got nicked.
Yeah.
So Rob Exclusive got nicked.
Don't know why.
No one knows why. And then the next video was just,
him plugging his brand.
Plugging the merch. No context to him getting nicked. What? Yeah, I'll include a bit. Like, it's...
So yeah, we'll move on to a bit of F1 because there's a bit of speculation. Well, actually, we need to talk about the Austrian Grand Prix. You missed it, didn't you?
I've not seen nothing.
So, Carlos Sainz tried to pull off Sonny Hayes. You don't even see the film.
The film.
Fucking hell. Anyway, he stayed on the grid and didn't move on the formation lap. And then by the time he got round, his brakes were on fire, and there was a problem with his car, so he's a non-starter. Quiet on the set. And then we had you're distracting me now. So he was a non-starter. We started the race started, and Kimi Antonelli did I can only describe as an open lobby move. Sent it up the inside.
It reminds me of Russell into Bottas at Spa.
At Spa?
Yeah, when he went up the hill. Went up
No,
Rouge.
you're thinking of.
It was Russell before he went to Mercedes.
Yeah, it was. It wasn't at Spa. It was at.
It was at Spa.
Emilia.
No, it wasn't Emilia. It was Spa. It was a Rouge.
Wasn't. I'll swear down on it.
I swear down it was.
It was in the wet. It was in the wet.
It was.
And he dipped his wheel on the grass and
because he
turned
went
into him.
up the corner that goes up the hill, and that's how we got him.
We'll fact check this later, and Cal will apologise in post editing.
I won't, because I know I'm right. It's definitely Spa.
No, he sent it up the
Dan, can we have a quick fact check, please? What track did Russell crash into Bottas? Definitely Spa.
Do you want to put money on it?
Go for it.
Fiver.
Oh, hang on, you got to shake on it. Fiver.
Tamburello corner.
It's Emilia Romagna.
Yeah, I knew that.
I swear it was a Rouge.
That one. Yeah. No.
Nah, I was wrong. I lit a fiver.
I'll knock it off your bill.
Yeah, knock it off me. Yeah, knock it off the bill for taking you to the airport on Friday.
Yeah. So, he locked up his rears, interestingly enough, and then obviously his fronts, and he sent it into Max. Max was raging. Then jumps out of the car, sees it's Antonelli, waits for him to climb out, and they had a little talk and that and chill. And he was like, and then Max is in all the pros. He was very Max Verstappen about it, and he's like, oh, he's a rookie, you know.
But that goes into, is Max Verstappen going to Mercedes next year?
Yeah, and the fact that Kimi Antonelli is a big fan of Max's. But we've got some more speculation come out. So a reliable source has leaked that they're in contract talks and they're basically cement. Is what's been said. And then we've got the weird thing about all this. So the last couple of days it's been blowing up. Max Verstappen to Mercedes. Max Verstappen's going to Mercedes. And I'm like, no, I don't see it. And then Red Bull announced that they're doing a statue for Max Verstappen, like a tribute. Weird. So there's all the talk about him leaving, and then Red Bull are like, oh, we're just going to build a £2.5 million statue of Max Verstappen outside the factory. Odd. Gives me he's leaving vibes.
He's definitely leaving.
That makes me think
But any other driver in those cars, Red Bull are not performing.
Yeah.
Like, not performing at all.
They're going to struggle, as we've seen Yuki Tsunoda. But Williams is still 5th in the championship. Do you know how many points they've scored in the last 3 races? It's like 1 point, and they're still 5th in the championship.
Yeah, but Williams are getting better. 2 years
the
time.
DNF'd. Alex Albon's DNF'd.
2 years time, I'm calling it. 2 years time, I'm calling it. Williams winning.
The DNF'd in the last 3 races.
Yeah, forget about that. It's fine.
Yeah,
Sorry.
so not only did Sainz not start, Albon DNF'd. Which was a bit odd, because he come in for a pit and then was like, oh, we're retiring the car, and there didn't seem to be any.
It's probably a technical issue.
And then we had 2 McLarens battling out. I feel like we should have got more action. Papaya rules didn't seem to be papaya rules, because there was one point Oscar threw it up for a 50-50. It was fucking close, locked up his brakes, and they were like, please don't challenge with 50-50s anymore. Which is fair enough. And then obviously Lando ran away with it. But Leclerc was miles behind the pair of them.
Yeah.
And still scored a podium. They're running away with it. And the second you take Max out of the picture, because Max is always you never count Max out, do you?
No.
And then obviously his championship battle's starting to look worse and worse, especially with a DNF. And they just run away with it, and it's just 2-horse race then, which is interesting.
Silverstone predictions?
I feel like Max will come back. He's going to come back strong. I feel like I don't know whether he's going to win it. I feel like he'll be on the podium. Hamilton's going to do well.
So what's your 1, 2, 3?
Oscar, Lando, Max.
Oscar, Max, Lando.
You reckon?
I
reckon that's the top 3. I reckon we can't count Hamilton out because he's obviously historic at this track.
Yeah, but he's also driving a Ferrari and they will bottle the strategy.
Yeah.
Because we all know Ferrari cannot put a strategy together to save lives.
But my only issue with Max leaving to go to Mercedes is he going to do a Vettel? This is the issue. He loses one season, throws it all in and goes to the sort of better team, the better performing team, and they can't build the car for him. And I know Mercedes obviously historically have built some decent cars.
I think if Mercedes bought the side pods back, the car would be 10 times better.
They've got side pods now. They're not still not running that side pod shite. And it was a bit interesting the way. You know what the porpoising issue was?
Go on.
So they ran it in the simulator, but they didn't account for the ground moving and the different terrain on there.
Oh, really?
So on a perfect track, it was the aero was perfect. However, once you start having different variations in the track, that's what caused the porpoising and essentially ruined the car. So
they weren't the only car with porpoising issues though. There was a lot of cars with porpoising issues.
They suffered the most of it.
Again, we could get these issues again next year when the 2026 regulations.
Well, that's the other thing. Is Max really going to throw his all his eggs in one basket and then find out that Mercedes have got it wrong?
Yeah, but it could get to next year and Red Bull have got it wrong. The cars are completely different.
He's already established in Red Bull team. He's not going to be like Lewis, where they're trying to build this relationship with the engineer. Will his engineer go with him? I don't know.
Maybe.
I would have thought Bono would have left with Hamilton, but that never happened.
Yeah.
So there's a few interesting things to talk about there. What else? George Russell. So I think, and there's a few questions, if Max signs the contract tomorrow and goes to Mercedes, I think Antonelli's his teammate. They can't have George and Max on the same team.
No.
So apparently George Russell, I think Sky Sports used the words ringing around to try and find a seat next year.
I don't think he will get a seat next year because he's a bit of a prima donna with it all.
I agree. I like him. I think he
thinks he's better than he is.
He's decent, but I don't think he can put in the overtakes.
Don't get me wrong, very good driver, but he definitely thinks he's better than he is. He's not world champion material.
No, I don't think so. I think when he was at Williams, there was a prospect of it, and now he's had a team where he's established. Nothing's his fault. Everything gets a bit like, oh, he just turned in on me. He just turned in on me. And I hear that way too often from him. So yeah, that's the interesting thing. Tsunoda didn't do well in the last race neither. I think he come second to last. Gabriel Bortoleto come 6th.
That's not bad. In Sauber?
In Sauber.
Really?
Sauber are doing decent this season.
Have they already started getting help from Audi though?
No.
Really?
No, they don't take over the team until the end of the season.
Yeah, but are they putting like technical stuff in?
I don't know how it works with that. But obviously we had the finish with.
But we've also seen Haas get better, not by much, but slightly. As Toyota, they're not.
We're talking about a team that
miles off anymore.
4 years ago didn't score a point.
Yeah.
And I still think Mick Schumacher got shafted with that. I don't think he had the car, and I think he's got a better opportunity. While we're on the topic though, the Prince, I forget his name. His name's not logged in my memory yet, but he's going to be the team principal of Cadillac. He said he's probably in the talks with about 10 drivers
at the
moment. And they're not. That's not 10 drivers on the grid.
I still think Bottas is going to Cadillac.
Yeah. They were asked about Ricciardo, and he said he doesn't think Ricciardo wants to carry on in F1.
I think we'll see. I've said it before. I'll say it again. I think we will end up seeing Ricciardo in V8 Supercar. I think he'll go back to Australia, and I think we will see him in V8 Supercar.
He was world champion material, and just
He lost his head.
lost his
There's
head.
no other word for it.
And the same, like, it's the Vettel effect. I'm better than this team. I'll go somewhere that can give me a car, and they don't.
No.
And Vettel did the same.
But that was
Hamilton's done the same.
That was more to do with him not getting along with Max.
No, I believe that was a bit drive to survive fed.
Why he moved was why he didn't was because he didn't get along with Max.
So hang on, I'm going to get the facts and figures up here, but I believe it's something like out of all the races, out of all the teammates Max has had, his teammates beat him something like 32 times, and 20 of them was Ricciardo.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's the most successful teammate against Max. Which
doesn't surprise me at all.
No, he was a very talented driver, and in his early days, some of the overtakes he threw in, he had a superpower on the braking, didn't he? It's fucking fantastic, and it's a shame to not see him in the sport anymore, and we miss him. But that's the way the sport goes. So Cadillac, who do you reckon we're taking next season? I reckon Bottas is almost definite.
Yeah.
Did you see the post he put on? I think I sent it, yeah. Where he was like walking down the street and was like, "Oh, there's a Cadillac. It's a very nice Cadillac. I wonder if it's got a seat. Oh, it's got a seat. Oh, it's got 2 seats. It's a very nice seat in this Cadillac." He's winding us up.
Yeah, he's definitely winding us up.
And I don't know whether that's him saying I'm available to Cadillac or him saying I've already signed the contract and it's
bring us back the quick mullet.
Yeah. And he's another driver that was sort of
right. I'll do a bet with you right now. If Bottas,
you're trying to win your $5 back.
No. If Bottas gets the Cadillac seat, I'll get a mullet. Then Pear just missed that.
And if Daniel Ricciardo comes back in the sport, I'll get a tattoo under my lip saying "fuck shit up."
Nah, you've got to do a shoey.
I'll do a shoey anyway, and then a tattoo saying "let's fuck shit up."
So I'll pay for it.
Sweet. And a number 3. Nothing.
If Bottas gets the Cadillac seat, I've got to get a mullet.
And if
that'll suit you anyway.
and if Daniel
Somehow pull it off.
and if Daniel Ricciardo comes back into F1, I've got to get a tattoo under my lip saying "fuck shit up."
Again,
Yeah. Saying "fuck shit up." Sweet. And then a number 3 for Daniel Ricciardo. You do it like FUK
SHT.
SHT up. I've got a big lip,
Nah,
me.
just an arrow.
And then a number 3.
Right, so this is the shitbox of the week segment. This is where we give ourselves a criteria every week and try and find a car.
This one's a bit different.
This one's a bit different. So my little brother's car's just failed its MOT and is pretty much irreparable. So he's got a criteria for a car, so we thought we'd have a look for him. So he wants any diesel, has to be 5-door,
Okay.
has to be a manual,
Okay.
cannot be red.
Okay. So he has a red car now.
He hates it.
Right.
Well, he doesn't because it's sat there.
I've looked at a
irreparable.
few. The one I've come to the conclusion of is a 3-door.
Oh, is it a manual?
No, it's not.
So you've not listened to the criteria at all.
But it's pretty.
It's not
fucking cool.
5-door and it's an automatic.
It's also in Sheffield. It is a 2014 Audi TT diesel Quattro Black Edition S-Line.
I like the Quattro Black Editions. They're nice.
Yeah. I like the Audis. I like the TTs. So did you know there was a recall on the Mark 1 TT?
No, I didn't.
So when they
I like the look of the Mark 1 TT. It's like bubbly, aren't they?
they're a bit ugly, aren't they? But when they were first released, obviously it's a German car.
Yeah.
you can do 150 mile an hour on the autobahn,
Yeah.
and they were lifting when you got over 100 mile an hour and causing major crashes. So they had a sneaky little scandal where they recalled them all and put the ducktail spoilers on them.
Oh wow! No, I didn't
So
know that.
if you look at the ducktail spoilers, they all look
Well,
like
have you heard about the
an
massive
afterthought.
DS3 recall at the minute?
No?
Where the steering wheel airbags are going off
Oh
randomly.
yeah, and randomly in people's
Yeah,
faces.
Randomly in people's faces.
Airbag recalls aren't uncommon though.
BMW had one for a
Yeah,
while, but that was more to do with when this airbag went off, it was throwing metal shards into people's faces.
oh
Yeah.
Well, that's not good.
No,
I know my I think of course had an airbag recoil up,
but that was only if you had the M Sport steering wheel.
So I had a 2000 and
My car's got an M Sport steering wheel. My car hasn't been into BMW for the recall.
oh, so you've got a Claymore attached to your steering wheel.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But
But you'll get pulled over
Well,
for
I'm
having an
hoping-
aftermarket steering
I'm
wheel.
hoping to God that when I take it in for the recall, that they also on the sly update my infotainment system so my maps would get updated. Because if I want to get my maps updated by BMW, I got quoted £168.
To update your maps.
Update my maps, it was 168 quid.
Apple CarPlay.
Apple CarPlay, 200 quid for a CarPlay unit.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And Google Maps is free.
So I have got a 2011 Mercedes-Benz C250 manual.
Right. Manual. See, I also found.
But it is also blue efficiency, which means it's AdBlue.
I also found a very similar spec, and I'm just looking for it because I realised I didn't listen to the criteria.
So it's a 2.1 diesel. It's got MOT on it. It's done 193,000 miles though.
What's the price on that? Sorry, my TT was £4,500.
£2,245.
Not bad. However, I found a 2013 silver Mercedes C350.
So the 3 litre by
Yeah.
turbo.
But it's an auto.
Uh,
However, I'd say that's a better car. It's the V. Yeah, it's got the 3 litre
So-
V6.
comment below which one you think.
Oh,
You
it's
should
blue
get.
efficiency as well.
Yeah, so it's AdBlue. Comment below which one you think you should get.
That's 3,400.
And
Wow.
Yeah, anything else for this week?
I'm just a little bit annoyed that I'm all about Japanese cars and the 3 cars we pick were all German. So I'm trying to find them something Japanese.
Sound?
No, I've already had 2 picks.
Is that a pod?
I think that's a pod.
Not really much more for this week, have we?
No.
There's been no history segment this week, but that's because we were on a last
Oh.
minute thing.
I forgot to mention Max Verstappen's team come 9th overall in the 24 hours of
Nürburgring.
Spa. And they won in their class. And these are, I believe these are sim races. I'm not entirely sure who was racing.
Well, sim races and Max Verstappen.
Yeah. So he's been trying to get these sim races into the real world. I believe he went and set up the car though the weekend before,
Yeah.
which is okay. But I'm not entirely sure whether they are sim racers or they are they have been through the racing academies. But yeah, that's pretty dope, isn't it? It's a good result considering they had the DNF. Hopefully my blue MX-5 will be here next week.
Yeah.
Or next pod.
Next pod.
There's loads that needs doing. It needs a respray.
It's been about 2 weeks till the next pod, isn't it?
So I've got a question. I'm looking for a blue. Now I'm respraying the whole car. I don't know whether to keep it the same colour. It's currently Supreme Blue, Mazda Supreme Blue, but I'm looking for a blue colour.
I liked the Jag one we were looking at.
The Jag colour's nice. There's a
What
very
was
similar
that called?
Cartesian blue.
Yeah.
There's the BMW blue, which is San Marino blue. That's nice.
As long as you don't get a Storo blue. I hate a Storo blue.
Is that the light blue?
That's the light blue. That's like
I thought that was. I can't remember.
no, it's a Storo blue, or the newer one is a Storo blue too. On the newer, so anything from the F generation or the G generation is a Storo blue too. Anything before is just a Storo blue.
And the other blue I'm thinking about, because it's pulled up here, is that blue. on
That Nissan blue.
Nissan blue. I think that's a lovely blue.
It's like a royal blue, that, isn't it?
Yeah, quite like that. But I'm looking for blues. I want a dark blue. I don't want a light blue. I don't want like a blocky colour like the Focus
Yeah.
electric blue. I want something that's got a bit of depth to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then obviously I'm thinking about body kitting it. I'm not gonna be a basic bitch and go for the Deuce body kit like everyone goes for. I do like it. I just want a bit of something different, and it does look like an upset frog sometimes.
Here he is.
Oh, do you want to do a little walk?
realise I'm sat right over there and
Yeah.
you just fucking slated my car.
I think we should do a little tour of your car.
No, it's different. It's separate video.
We're doing a separate
Yeah,
video
separate
on that. Check out the channel for a separate video on the tour of the shittest MX-5 in the Northwest.
That's a pod.
That's a pod.